What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another amazing, exciting, stupendous episode of Psycho Gamer. I'm your host, Aubrey, and today we are going to go ahead and talk about this Midway game cabinet with Riser Legacy Edition. And that's a mouthful because that's exactly what the Gamestop website says. But it's the Midway Legacy Arcade cabinet. Don't know why they called it that. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it because it's out for pre-order. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We are going to talk about it a little bit. May not be a very long video, but we're still going to talk about this. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Like I said, we are going to discuss this Midway Legacy Edition arcade cabinet by Arcade1up, which they've titled it something completely weird on the GameStop website, so don't worry about that. Yes, I intentionally started my episode with them mispronouncing the entire name of this cabinet. Yes, it's okay. We all know what they meant. It was all in good faith. But the game has come up for pre-order as of the 24th, just like my last video ended up talking about. Did it last very long in pre-order? Yes, you actually can pre-order your game right now, but only at a couple of retailers. A couple of them are sold out. We are talking about 4 different retailers, 2 in Canada, 2 in the US. Where are you going to be able to get it? We're going to talk about that now. So we're going to switch over into my computer. Whoosh. All right, so we are looking at the actual website right this second, which is fine, but we're going to look at the retailers that are actually going to be able to pre-order these at. Now, much like many of the previous Arcade1ups, they sold out really, really fast at certain retailers. But when you go down here, the 4 main ones you're looking at, GameStop and Best Buy in the US, Best Buy Canada, and the Brick Canada. All 4 retailers are doing pre-orders. First, we're going to take a look at the US option, and then we're going to take a look at Canada. So we're going to go over here to Best Buy. Release date, December 31st. They tend to put that on a lot of them because they just aren't really sure when those particular cabinets are going to come out. Are we sure when they're going to come out? It's kind of a toss-up. We all know that if they put a solid release date, first release date, generally add about 1 to 2 months to it. I mean, unfortunately, it's just how it is when it comes to Arcade1up and getting it to the actual public. Will they get it on time this time? Well, we'll see, because GameStop's got an actual hard release date on there. But we'll see. Now, as you can tell, the game is going to be retailing for $399.99. It has coming soon. I don't know if that means that they've sold out of all their pre-orders, or if they just put it on the website to make it where people are excited about it. If you pre-ordered it from Best Buy, post down below. Let us know what happened. Did you pre-order early in the day, right when it came up online? I mean, I would love to know myself, because I want to know if these actually did go up for pre-order on the Best Buy website, or if they're just showing it off. Next website we're going to look at is GameStop. But GameStop, you actually can go on the website and pre-order it right this second. What is their release date? Because they actually have a release date. It is March 19th, 2021. That is actually a pretty early release date for something that they just put up for pre-order. It's less than a month away, which has me wonder, have they already ordered these? Are they already on the way to the United States, or have they already hit the borders? Now, we know GameStop jumped the shark last month, and they posted this online already before it was ever even discussed by Arcade1up. Not even John D leaked this information out about this particular cabinet. So I really have to wonder what they were thinking or how long they've been thinking about this or planning it. If they're planning on releasing it on the 19th, that means they've ordered these things months ago. So I think it's going to be really exciting for a lot of people to actually get these particular cabinets in their home. Yes, Mortal Kombat has already been released, but these are looking better than the Mortal Kombat cabinet and that other mess that you can find for over $1,000 right now that we just don't discuss. So, do you think that they might actually hit this release date? I am doubting it. I love you guys. I'm just giving it to you real. They haven't hit any of their actual release dates for a very, very long time. I think the closest that they might have come was Outrun, and even that was a little bit late for people. When it comes to your Pac-Man games, heck, they had a Pac-Man game, I think a Super Pac-Man that came out last summer. Nobody even knew that it was coming. It just, boom, it was right there in the store, which was cool. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that, but it took everybody by surprise. Next company we're going to look at is going to be The Brick. So they are showing this off with obviously your three main games. This must be an older picture on here because this is just a Mortal Kombat 2, 3, and Mortal Kombat kind of display. They're not really showing too much to it. Their website seems kind of about it. It doesn't show the coin slot on the front there. It has this different Mortal Kombat logo. It looks like from the Sub-Zero game back on the PlayStation days, showing other colors. Last I checked, they don't come in other colors. So I think that thebrick.com needs to go and take a look at their actual website again and see what it is that they're putting up there for pre-order and for sale. I only see these three games. So if this is supposed to be the same games, I mean, Canada's only going to get this Mortal Kombat arcade machine with these three games? I don't know. We will have to see. That's all I can really say. Did you pre-order? Are you in Canada? Did you pre-order this particular game? Now, we're also going to go ahead and look at Best Buy in Canada. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit different in terms of pricing. So, $599.99, I'm assuming that translates to $400 in the U.S. I don't know. I don't know how the translation goes when it comes to U.S. to Canadian dollars. Now, they are still taking pre-orders as well, which means their release date, in this case, is going to be April 15th, rather than the U.S. Best Buy website saying, hey, we're going to release it by the end of the year. We're just not going to give you an actual hard date because we have absolutely no clue. I don't know. No. So they are going with, obviously, this particular look, which is completely different than the brick. So I'm wondering if they didn't post the right picture or what. Or if this is just a very old option, or if Arcade1up maybe slipped up and posted the actual wrong game in there. So it could be any number of things. It could be just a bad link. It could be the brick screwed up. But it could also be the Arcade1up screwed up as well, which has happened on occasion. If we remember the whole pre-order for Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, they had some issues with linking to the Best Buy website where it was supposed to be X-Men vs. Street Fighter, then it was actually Marvel vs. Capcom or something to that effect. I'm not sure if too many of you remember that. Obviously, that was just last year. So now, from the looks of it, while they did actually have the Arcade1up website linking to a regular Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet, it looks as though they just linked wrong. So I did a quick search on the Brick website, and yes, indeed, they did link the wrong cabinet. So As you can see, it is going to be $5.99. It is going to be on thebrick.com, and their release date is going to be May 6th. So it's kind of strange that all these different companies have different release dates. So they're showing anywhere from March all the way up until May. So you kind of have that 2-month window of time that you may be able to get the game either in your house or be able to pick it up at one of these 4 actual retailers. So you're going to have to keep your eyes open for all of these particular companies. Find out when they're going to be doing updates, when they're going to come out. Keep checking the Arcade1up Twitter feed. Get onto the Facebook pages that they actually have and see what their options are going to be in terms of who's going to have the best release date. And maybe there might be a variation or two. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. What have you guys experienced when it comes to pre-ordering with Arcade1up? I know there's a lot of people who are very angry. I know myself and Retro Ralph, we've shared a couple of tweets on Twitter here the past day or so, and even Arcade1up has apologized for some of these issues when it comes to shipping and lack of availability to the public. So I think that they are trying to make people happy, but they just don't have the product to actually make people happy. I think that they need to start looking at multiple sources to actually buy their actual products from and to have them created. Yes, it is going to be much cheaper for them to make things over in China and then ship it over, but they could always open up places down in, say, Mexico, where it might cost a little more to make there, but tariffs and shipping and things like that might actually be a little easier for them to get it to the States faster. It might cost about the same amount of money, especially with the amount that they are having to pay to ship it overseas. Now, if they would make them here in America, I could probably see the prices going up significantly because of how expensive labor can be here. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing for the U.S. because I know a lot of stuff that's made in America, some of it has better quality components and parts, but many of the parts still come from overseas. So would you rather pay for something made in America that would be a little more expensive but better quality? I think a lot of us really would want to get that better quality, but we really can't knock that a lot of us are cheap. We don't want to spend a fortune on our home arcades. So I think if they want to keep that $300 to $500 price range, they're probably going to have to keep doing what they're doing. But if they could outsource to even Mexico versus China, they might actually be able to get more to the public at a faster rate of time. So I'm not trying to get political with that. So it's just, it is what it is. I mean, do we want to wait 3 or 4 weeks for something to come overseas in a giant ship, or if it can be just trucked right over? I mean, I know where I would rather go in terms of that. But what games do you have in mind that you want to get? Do you want to get this particular cabinet? I really think this is going to be a good cabinet for the public. It's not Street Fighter. It's definitely not Pac-Man, for the love of God. So, and the fact that it has 12 games on it, I mean, that's just amazing. At least for Arcade1up. Their standards are 3 to 4 games. Going to 12, I'm all happy with that. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe down below. Post down below at what you're looking at getting and what you're looking at playing here in the near future. Until next time, guys, game on.